Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? I'm sorry I'm signing in just a little bit late today. I kind of time got away from me. I'm sorry, but I'm here now. Welcome for those of you who, when you get here, let me type a little note up here for those who are coming in later than I am. There. Now then. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Linda Jacobs. Nice to see you. And Loretta. My goodness. Lisa, Linda, and Loretta. All my old ladies are here. Welcome, welcome. It's nice you got here. I'm sorry I'm late. Time just got away from me. I was busy cleaning in the living room and looked up, and it was 5 after. And I went, oh my goodness, I better quickly get in there and get online. I didn't even take a chance to put something on my head or anything. I just ran in and signed on. Hi, Jenny. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to see you're here. So, what is going on with everyone today? How are you? I will tell you I'm better than I was. Hi, Joe. Good to see you. Been a long, fairly difficult week, but it's over now. Hi, Lisa Clark. Um, things are getting better slowly, a little bit at a time, Lisa. It's a life-changing thing that's happened, and it's not going to just suddenly overnight get better. It's going to take some time, and it's going to take some effort on my part and prayers from you. Hi, Josh. Good to see you. Anyway, it's going to take some prayers from me and some prayers from y'all continuing to support me. So, and Josh and Kinder, his daughter. Hello, Ruth. Good to see you. Thank you, Ruth. Lisa, it takes time, and that's okay. Yes, it does, Lisa. It takes time. But I can report every day is a little bit better. Excuse me. I sat down so quickly, I was got my skirt all twisted around. I had to get it straightened out. Yeah, things are a little better every day. I just realized I don't have my microphone plugged in. Let me see if I can plug it in. Can you all hear me all right? There, I hope that's a little better. How's that? Is that better? I normally have, oh, good, thank you. I normally plug it in before I start. Like I said, I ran in here and just jumped online and didn't do any planning or anything. I did remember to grab myself some water. So at least I've got that, but I didn't remember much else. It was kind of just run in and jump online. Let's see, we got 8 here. I'll wait a little bit longer. I want to show you guys something. Jenny, Southeast Ohio, church choir special today. Then to Walmart to get some things. Got 4 flats of all pork chairs. Good for you, Jenny. Yeah, better get that packing done pretty soon, Josh. You're heading out real quick. Just a couple more days. Hello, Metal. Good to see you. Welcome. Let me grab something. I'll be right back. There. Yes, he will. I'm kind of excited to have him too. I really am. Okay. I may have to do this twice, but I decided to go ahead and do it right now. Um, you guys are so generous and you've been so good to me. And it has touched my heart more than you'll ever know. It really has. Um, when I started looking around after we decided to honor David's wishes and have him cremated, I knew I was going to have something to keep his ashes in. And everything I looked at was just so expensive. And I didn't, hi, Gary B., good to see you. I didn't think I was going to be able to afford to get something nice for him. But thank you to all of you who made donations to my PayPal account. I was able to get something very nice. It is a beautiful box. I am so thrilled. And the picture I have on him will fit perfectly on the top. So I am thrilled to be able to get it and thrilled to be able to share with you guys, because it's because of you that I was able to get a lovely, lovely box. Thank you, Joe. I think it is too. Thanks, Josh. It's nice wood. It's very smooth. It's well done, well built. And I'm excited to have something that nice. And the other thing that's going to sit on top of it is a small box that we have that holds the ashes of his favorite little dog. She died a couple of months after we moved into this house. And we had her cremated, and we've had her ashes in the little box. It's almost the exact same color as this one. And now they'll both go together. He'll have his little dog with him. His dog's name was Luna. Luna was a Chihunos. Very unusual breed. Most people have never heard of it before. Yes, Josh, that was Luna. And for those who want to know, Chihunos are half Chihuahua and half who knows. So it's Chihunos. I think so, Joe. I really do. That was a very special dog. She meant a great deal to him, and he was truly brokenhearted when she died. He let her outside in the evening one night to go potty, and she was not used to living outside, out in the country. She was a city dog. So he let her out, and she went running around to the backyard, and he heard a little yip. And he went out to find out what was wrong, and she had been struck on her carotid artery by a very large rattlesnake. And the snake had gone, and Luna was gone by the time he got to her. And it broke his heart, and he grieved for days. So now he and Luna will sit together, and I'm very pleased to be able to do that. So thank you guys for helping me to get a lovely place for David's ashes. Yes, Luna was not a very large dog. I don't think she even weighed 30 pounds. Being half Chihuahua, you would think that they would not get very big, and she wasn't. But I've got to tell you that she turned this cat person into a dog lover, because she was one very, very special little dog. She had a wonderful personality. She was absolutely adorable, and she was so funny. She did some of the strangest things. But David and Luna will get to sit together now. Okay, enough of this. Thank you, Loretta. We got 12 people watching and only 8 thumbs up. So if you haven't done it, please remember, thumbs up. See what I've got on? I've got this lovely brace on my wrist. I've been trying to do things that strained my wrist again. And I have this from several years ago when I really hurt my wrist badly, and I saved the brace. And now when I try and do something that's too heavy and I can feel the wrist saying, not today, I run put this on, and it keeps it from getting real sore again. So what's going on with you guys? I imagine you can guess what's going on with me. I'm trying to get ready for Josh and Kinder to come. And I have some chores for Josh to do when he gets here. So. Thank you, Loretta. I really am very pleased that we were able to get it. And it was only thanks to the kindness and generosity of those of us who those of you who follow us. Let's see, you'll be there in days and you can do lots of heavy stuff. Well, I hope so, Josh, because I have some heavy stuff that I can't do. And right now, my neighbor up the end of the driveway is unable to do it because he hurt his back trying to do some things here last week. So He's a very nice man and has been a very good friend for a lot of years. And he has tried to step in where he could and help out and do the things that he knows David would have done had he been here. But I can't. I can't let him do everything because if I did, he would hurt himself badly, and I can't have that. So anyway, Joe says, not doing much. Took your dad for his first gun shop and pizza day. Oh, cool! In a good while. Ammo back in stock. All of the places are lowering, and your dad's meds are held up at Walmart for 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Good, Josh. I'm glad you're strong like bull. And I hope you got a good back, too. Glad you had other meds in reserve for him. I am too, Joe. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get some ahead for me, too. I truly am. I don't want to be without. And there's always the possibility that something will happen and you can't get your meds when you need them. So, unfortunately, insurance doesn't like for you to stock up ahead. So, it's a battle you have to fight any way you can. And I'm not even talking about pain pills. I'm talking about blood pressure pills and, indigestion pills and all those kinds of things that you need when you get to be in your 70s. However, I am taking some classes on natural medicines, how to make your own natural medicines. So, every 28 days. That's good. Well, fortunately for me, the only pain pill I take is one called tramadol. And so far as I know, it's not on any kind of list. So I'm not having any problems getting them. But just my insurance doesn't like to pay at all early. So your problem is your mind still thinks you're 20 and your body. Yeah, Lisa, believe me, I understand that one. I really do. Tramadol is not a control. I didn't think it was. That's the only pain pill that I take. And I'm so thankful it does a wonderful job on the arthritis in my hips and back. So you feel like you're 100 most days, Lisa Clark? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In my head, I'm 17 most days, but my body is not 17 anymore. I keep reminding myself of that because can't do what I used to do, not anymore. That's all right. I can still do what I can do, and I'm not going to complain. You have no daily meds. Pain pills make you ill. Your mind is where it will always be. Good blood pressure and digestion and stuff. I'm glad to hear that, Josh. I really am. That is very good. Your dad did not ever have high blood pressure either. I agree, Ruth. I think we're all kind of like that. Well, I'll tell you one thing I have discovered through this little process I'm going through, and that is my husband had a ton of paperwork all over this house, and I am still trying to figure out where it is and where it goes and what I'm supposed to do with it. When you got the 23andMe done, your genetic profile is outstanding. Very good, Josh. My daughters have both had it done, but I decided I didn't want it done. I'm so old it wouldn't matter anyway. So, yes, Josh said that y'all were from good peasant stock. You were all survivors, and I agree. But I think we're all survivors because if we were not, we wouldn't be here now. If our family did not have genes that caused us to survive things like the Black Plague and whatever else was out there, we wouldn't be here now. So my family has a history on my dad's side of high blood pressure. My mom's side has a history of diabetes. So I have a history of both in my family, but I will not have diabetes again. I was diabetic as a young woman. And it got completely out of control, and my doctor had me get a gastric bypass because I couldn't control the diabetes. So I got a gastric bypass done, and it healed my diabetes. And my A1C ever since then has been between 4 and 4.5. No matter what I eat, it's been very good. Now, if I can just stop regaining some of this weight, I'm starting to gain just a little bit, but I know the reason for it, and I can stop it. I tend to be an emotional eater. When I get upset or nervous, I eat. So I just have to remind myself when I go to the refrigerator and reach in to get a bottle of water and not a chocolate chip cookie. So that will be fun. Let's see. I got behind here. Let's see what it says. Joe says, you have to be to some extent because the people that didn't have the skills aren't here now. Exactly, Joe. We're looking forward to sharing with you what you've been pursuing in the past. Oh, Josh, I am looking forward to that too. Liv, welcome, welcome. It's so good to see you. Liv, medications in the U.S. are extremely expensive. They're just way out of line. And even if you have insurance, which I do and a lot of people do, you still have to pay a portion of the costs. I take 9 prescription drugs every day. And my copay on those drugs are anywhere from $10 for a 30-day supply to $65 for a 30-day supply. So, yeah, drugs are very expensive in the U.S. You inherited some things from your mother's side. It's weird because you know how she felt. I agree. Let's see, Ruth, I love looking at stuff on Ancestry. In fact, you have President Biden's information waiting to get mailed to him. Oh, my goodness. How interesting. Huh. Yeah. Liv, what we were talking about is I keep eating too many cookies, and I have gained, since David died, I've gained almost 15 pounds, and I need to get those 15 pounds back off. They're not good for me. Cookies are your prescription? Well, Josh, if that's true, I'm going to keep you well medicated, hon. I love to cook. I love to bake. I got up in the middle of the night last night because I couldn't sleep and went in and baked 2 dozen cookies. Unfortunately, I only have 6 cookies left. So I was going to stop baking because I don't need them around to eat. But if you like them, I'll bake for you, hon. Yeah, I'm getting a little more sleep. The first couple of weeks I was doing good to get an hour and a half or 2 hours sleep at a time. Now I do lie down and take little naps here and there, but I actually got 5 hours sleep last night, which is, through my adult life, that has been pretty average for me to get 5 hours sleep at night. So I'm not doing too well. Let's see. You'll be sure to show up hungry. Maybe I better start cooking now so when you get here, I'll have some ready. Speaking of that, one of the things I plan to do, you rarely bake them, Joe? Well, you can go to the store and they have those already pre-mixed and cut into little servings, and all you got to do is put them on the pan and stick them in the oven. So you ought to try that. Yes, I remember those, Liv. I really do. Oh, what I was going to tell you is this evening, I'm going to sit down with my calendar and I'm going to write down on the days that I have people here between now and the end of the month. And I'm going to decide what I'm going to cook so that tomorrow I can go to the grocery store and get anything I might need to make each of those meals. And I also have, at one point, I have like 7 or 8 people in the house. So it's going to be kind of busy. Let's see, Joe, you put your grandma's cookbook on Discord. Oh, I hear people talk about Discord all the time, but I have not done anything to investigate it. I probably should. I can understand that. I truly can, Joe. I'm sorry for him. I know that that's very frustrating for him. A dear friend of mine has a son who has a feeding tube, And they were fortunate because the son does not like the texture of food in his mouth, so it doesn't bother him. But I can understand. One thing you don't eat is chicken on the bone. Other than that, you're golden, except for, well, we don't eat Brussels sprouts either. And if I fix chicken, I'll be sure and take yours off the bone. I've got probably 30 pints of chicken pressure canned um, in the pantry. So, and none of, well, a few of them have bones. The chicken legs, I left the bones in, but the rest of it is all good quality chicken that's been canned. So we can do anything we want with it. And I've also got a boatload of chicken in the freezer. So we'll do fine. His tube gets changed Tuesday. So that means you, oh no, I'm sorry, Joe. I'll pray for you on Tuesday. Basic training boot camp cured you of eating chicken on the bone again. Well, I can understand. A lot of people have issues like that. I'll eat chicken anywhere I can get it except raw. I'm not real happy with raw chicken, but I like cooked chicken just about any way you can cook it. You don't like Brussels sprouts either. You know, Lisa, I haven't decided yet. I mean, you would think by 72 I would know whether I like something or not. My parents never made Brussels sprouts. Mama liked them, but Daddy didn't, so they didn't make them. And when I first found them, I was an adult, and somebody served them to me when I went to dinner at their house, and I tried it, and I thought they were okay, but it tasted just a little strange to me, and I wasn't sure what it was until I realized it tastes a lot like cabbage, which I don't care much for. So I like them, but I don't like them. Let's see. Raw chicken made your stomach turn. Well, you're not going to get raw chicken here, hun. I don't eat raw chicken. Oh, my goodness, the boys have suddenly gotten very quiet. They've been screaming all day today. Now all of a sudden they're quiet. I don't understand that. Oh well. I am going to have some. Well, hello, Lori Firefly Farms. It's good to see you. I'm glad you came in. And Michigan Daffodil, too. Hi. Welcome. Oh, you're driving home. Well, drive carefully, please. They're still nasty. I agree, Ruth. Some days they really are nasty, and other days I almost like them. So I'm not sure. You tried to eat them for Thanksgiving, but you still don't like them. I'm wondering, I've seen a couple of people that slice them thin, like on a mandolin, and then saute them. And that might be good. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people do cabbage the same way. So we'll know. Oh, no, Lori. Your son has the flu. I hope he's doing okay. You've tried Joe's grandmother's molasses cookie recipe. Ooh, molasses. You know, I copied a molasses cookie out of an Amish cookbook that I saw online, and I've been thinking I want to try it. And maybe one of these days I'll do that. But I've got enough chocolate chips and peanut butter chips and stuff like that I need to use up. I'll do that first. Hello, Thankful Heart. Actually, you didn't miss much. I was a little late getting on, so I mean, I've been on 23 minutes, but still, I should have been on over half an hour by now. So I'm glad you came. It's good to see you. You love cabbage? I like it in some things, but not everything. Lori spent yesterday finding somewhere to get him tested. No food. Oh. Do people in Texas wear masks? I'm so used to it, but not wearing them in public places will feel weird. Josh, it's not mandatory in some places in this area, but you still will see a lot of people wearing them. I still wear them. But if you go into a medical facility, it's required there, like go to a doctor's office or go visit somebody at the hospital, and you have to wear them. A lot of restaurants still require you to wear them coming in the door, but you don't have to wear them once you sit down at the table. So it's kind of weird. Hello, Hans. It's good to see you. Are you the only one who loves Brussels sprouts? I'd say, Liv, that you're probably the only one on this live stream. I don't hate them. I just can't decide if I like them or not. Like I said, some days I like them and other days I don't. So you got a Christmas tree in. Good for you, Lori. No masks in your part of Texas unless it's going to the doctor or the hospital. Well, I think it depends on the area. I really do. I have so many masks, I feel guilty if I don't wear them just because I spent so much money on getting fancy masks. I have one that I really love. Hang on, I'll go get it because I want. It's funny. Hang on. Okay, tell me this one isn't funny. I love it. I have the dog. I also have a an eagle, and I forget what the other one was. I get a lot of comments when I wear that one out. Yeah, Josh, that's one reason why I moved the chair away a little bit. I was having trouble with it too, so you had to chainsaw the bottom to get it to fit. Apparently, you didn't cut it straight because the baby is leaning like a toast. I missed the beginning of that one, Lori. Sorry, that didn't make sense to me at all. I'm glad everybody likes it. I think it's wonderful. And yeah, my glasses fog up too. But what's really funny is when I wear this thing, I also have big dark glasses, and I almost always have a big floppy hat. So all they see is a dog face and a human body and a big floppy hat. And I get lots of good comments. People really enjoy it. Hi, Christy. Good to see you. Yeah, I had the same thing cleaning out stuff here too. So I was late too. Oh, your tree is leaning. I'm sorry. Well, that wouldn't do at my house because if my cat saw a tree leaning, he'd go up it. Some of them do, yeah. Thank you, Lori. I really try and when I come on, I'll try and make things at least match color-wise. You have a balaclava? What is a balaclava, Joe? I'm sorry, that's a word I don't think I've ever heard before. And I'd wear my dog mask to the hospital. Everybody would just laugh. They thought it was hysterical. A gossamer scarf? Probably a scary mask, right? Ah, it's a ski mask. Okay. Okay, yeah. Those have been used for many bad things for a while. I'm sure it would freak some people out. I'm losing my hearing aids here. I pull that mask off and unseated them. There. Not that I have anything to hear but myself. I can hear you guys fine without. Yeah, I have gotten a lot of good things out of this. It has caused a lot of people to laugh. I really enjoy it. And somewhere, like I said, I have an eagle face, complete with beak. And I put the beak on my nose, and it's perfect. Hello, Howie. It's wonderful to see you today. Bet the birds are quiet because I'm talking. No, actually, Joshua, that usually is when they make the most noise because they think they have to be part of any conversation I'm in. So I'm not sure what's going on with them right now. Hello, Susanna. Welcome. That's exactly why I wear it. The others back up. Lori, I got them at Walmart, and they were on sale for $0.25 a piece. I bought every different thing they had. Josh, yes, particularly Karib. Karib is beginning to look kind of bad. He started plucking, and I have a feeling he's going to go through a real grieving period right now. Hello, Country Homestead Preacher. Good to see you. Hi, Michigan. Oh, goodness, your son's doves are happy to see. I imagine they are, Lori. I imagine they are. It's amazing how birds really do react. Iris White, my goodness. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I've only made it back once, Iris. Last Wednesday, I was having trouble with my truck and I was unable to drive it, so I didn't go. And this morning, I didn't go because I got real sick and I ended up staying in my chair and hoping that I would be well enough to come and do this show today. So it wasn't a good morning for me. So, hello, Amy. Wonderful to see you. I'm glad you made it. Yay. My goodness, we've got lots of wonderful folks here. Now, since we have a new group of folks that came in, I want to share again so that everyone sees it. You guys have been so generous to me, and you have supported me through this hard time. You're welcome, Josh. I love being here. I wanted to show you what your generosity made possible. This is the box that I was able to get because you all were so generous. And this is where we're going to put David's ashes. I was unable to afford to buy anything nice at all. And because all of you opened your hearts and your pocketbooks, I got this beautiful box. Thank you. Thank you. It's well made, it's beautifully done, and it matches the wood of the little box where we have the ashes of David's favorite dog. So they will be together on the shelf. And I just wanted, that's why the title to this was Thank You, because this was a rather expensive box, and I could not have done it had it not been for the generosity that y'all showed me. And again, thank you so much for loving me, and thank you for being so generous to me. Because now David has a lovely place to wait. So, thank you, Amy. I thought it was too. Speaking of waiting, I have found out that it's going to be at least another 3 to 5 weeks before I get any kind of death certificate from the state. As it turns out, the paperwork went to the company that's handling the cremation, and for some reason they didn't get it out in time. Then it went to whoever it is that has to sign it. I'm not sure if it's a judge or a doctor, but somebody there had to sign it, and then it had to come back to the cremation company and then send to the state, and the state logs it in and makes copies and sends that back to the company, and the company sends it to us. Well, I got an email from them late last week saying that everything has now been signed and it's being sent to the state to be recorded and all of that. And it may be another 3 to 5 weeks before I get anything. I also know that no one, not the credit card companies, nor anything other than the bank, will talk to me about settling bills, paying bills, closing accounts, opening accounts, nothing. So we just sit here and wait. So I could not have gotten this lovely box had all of you not opened your hearts and your wallets and helped me. Cindy has an urn. They came out with what looked like an oversized recipe box. Yeah, they showed me what they were going to bring David to me in, and it looked like a shoebox, and it was a cardboard box. So I was not happy with that either. Instead of Elf on the Shelf. That's right, Lori. Thank you, Thankful Heart. I'm going to be okay. David's in heaven, and he's waiting for me, and that gives me the strength to go on. That and all the prayers you guys keep lifting up for me. Because without those prayers, I'd be a wreck. Allie Oakley, hello, sweetheart. I haven't seen you in forever. Welcome. Sean, welcome to you too. Thank you. I really think it's a very lovely box, and I'm so glad I was able to get it. My goodness, we have a large group here today. This is wonderful. Thank you all for coming. And thank you for coming back if you checked before I got on. It's on a good day, Kate. Plan on it being longer and don't let it get to you. Hans, I don't. I have just decided that it'll happen when it happens, and I'm not going to get worried about it. I'm not spending any money I don't have to spend right now because eventually the Air Force will realize that he's gone, and then they'll want everything back that they put in the checking account. So I'm not spending any of it. Oh, well, let's see. Josh, you take care, and I'll see you in a few days. My goodness, this is so lovely to have everyone around. Allie, we drove around for 3 hours last night looking at Christmas parades. We couldn't find one, so we ended up at a nice little restaurant that had fried calamari. Oh, I love calamari. Oh, Allie, I love calamari. You can't find decent calamari in this part of the country. People just don't seem to know how to make it. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm jealous. Howie, how are you feeling today? Yep, he'll be right here next Sunday. Hello, Tracy Smith. Wonderful to see you, dear. Thank you for coming. Goodness, we got 22 people here now. Wow, things are just growing. This is wonderful. You're well. Oh, I'm so glad, Howie. I pray for you every day. I'm so concerned for your health. I really do worry about you. I guess I shouldn't worry, but I do. It's a big chair to fill, Josh. True. Very true. Oh, good. I'm glad you're home, Michigan. That's excellent. Most of the parades around here were the first weekend of December. Yeah, most of them were here too. It was amazing. I guess they're just trying to rush Christmas in and then ignore it. Doing much better than I expected to be doing, Tracy. Thank you. Um, I still have bad times and good times. Right now, I'm pretty steady. That's the best way to say it. I'm pretty steady. Um, I just keep myself busy. I'm going through tons of papers. Inside Russia, hello, welcome, good to see you. Oh. Yes, he is good, Howie. You are right. He is very good. Inside Russia, I'm so glad you made it today. Yes, me too. Am I eating okay, Laurie? I am an emotional eater. When I get nervous or upset, I eat. So David's been gone a little over 3 weeks, and I gained 15 pounds. So yeah, I'm eating way more than I should be, but I'm starting to cut back on that. So thank you, Tracy. I appreciate your thoughts and everyone's prayers and thoughts. Let's see, Joe, your aunt, after your uncle died, had a hard year. Joe, I don't think I'm going to have as hard a year because I am so relieved for him. He's no longer fighting that horrible body that was letting him down. He's no longer in pain. He can breathe. He can walk, So much to be thankful for and to be celebrating with him for that. Yeah, I'll miss him, no question. But he's so much better off. So much better. Well, Constantine, it's really good to have you here. I'm really glad you can come and be with us. I truly am. Hmm. Oh, my goodness gracious. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Happy Sunday to you, too. My goodness, I've been on over half an hour. Popcorn time. Oh, Susanna, don't say that. I want some popcorn so bad. I want some popcorn. I love popcorn. I can sit and eat quarts and quarts and quarts of it. Of course, the way I make it. Let's see, do I have it here? No, I don't have it here. I have a little shaker of stuff that I put on it that gives it a cheese flavor. So, thank you, Liz. I really appreciate that. I'm truly not strong. I truly am. I'm a blubbering baby, but I am blessed to have a very strong relationship with God, and that is what carries me through in bad times. Hello, Ellie. You're late to the live today. You worked on making pierogies. Oh, yummy. That sounds so good. For your in-laws' Holy Supper on Christmas Eve. Well, Ellie, I'm glad you made it. Even if you were not here, if you'd been here on time, I wasn't here on time, so you would have missed us too. But I'm glad you made it when you did. Welcome. Let's see. Great to see you too. Not sure when the next stream is. You're taking a break. I did that for a while too. Lisa, I make mine on the stove too, and when I pour it into the bowl, I pour a little bit, and then I shake this flavoring, and then I pour a little bit, and I shake the flavoring. So I'm getting a lot of cheddar popcorn. I just love popcorn with flavor. I like popcorn, period. And I had to get a flavor because I can't eat as much butter on it as I would like. That's not good for me, and I end up with butter running down my arms. So I went to something I could eat with better. Amy made something? I didn't see that. What is Monday nights? I haven't been online at night much lately, and I've lost track of who is on what nights. I need to go find Amy's list and start doing that. You made rosemary shortbread for the first time. Wow. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Allie. I make rosemary, well, a white bread with rosemary in it that is wonderful. Constantine, I remind you of your mom. She lost her husband, my dad, in May, and I know very well. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That is so sweet of you to say. You'll be back in a bit. Okay. Okay. Are you dipping out for a moment now, Sean? Or are you saying you'll be back another day? I'm always just glad when I see you, whenever it is. I never could get straight when your live streams were. I'm not very good at that kind of thing, though. I know back when I was trying to build my other channel, I had a calendar, and on every day I had somebody's live stream that I was supposed to monitor for, uh, get in there and do that. So let's see. You love rosemary and everything. I do too. Rosemary and basil together are wonderful, Howie, and I put them on a lot. Glad to know you're okay, Sean. We were worried about you. Yeah. Huh. I know you said you're okay, but if the rest of the year gets hard, do extra lives for the emotion. Um, I've been thinking about doing that, Hans. It really seems to help, and it'll keep me busy as well as the emotional support. You made an appreciation dinner for your husband, volunteer firefighters. Oh, how wonderful! With donated ham, turkey, and the fixings. David would be so happy. Hope it makes you smile. Oh, yes, it does. That is so lovely. Perhaps I can find some comfort in what you think about the loved ones who departed this world. They are even closer to us than when they were before. They are next to us. We just don't see with our eyes. Constantine, I believe that. I talk to David all the time. Um, I also write him letters, and I keep a diary. so that I don't forget the things that are going on now, and I don't forget the kindnesses of the people that are reaching out to us and sharing their love. It's it's it all helps very much. You too, how you made them gluten free. Although, oh, you're into gluten free those days. Why not? I agree. You can now make ham and turkey bone broth. Yes, you can, Michigan. I love bone broth. You speak to my dad all the time too. Yep. Well, Constantine, in 2003, I lost my father. In 2006, I lost my late husband, um, my children's father. In 2017, I lost two of my three younger sisters. In between there, somewhere, I lost two uncles. So I've had a lot of folks in the last 20 years that have passed, and I tend to talk to them all. I know people think I'm crazy, but I tend to talk to them all. It makes me feel better anyway. So gluten is a protein that's hard to digest. Yeah, yeah, it is. Are you going to make some soup too, Michigan? That's cool. Amy, I need to get your recipe for the anything soup mix. You gave it to me when I was there, and I cannot find it. I don't know what we did with it, but I cannot find it. So I would absolutely adore it if, when you think about it, you would put it into an email and shoot it my way. You had an experience when you were 15 years old. You would love to share it sometime with you all. Well, Tracy, share away. I'd love to hear it. I agree, Lisa. Ciabatta bread is good. North Shore not going anywhere except to get a toothpick, just finished lunch. Okay, Sean, that's good. I wasn't sure what way you were talking, if you were leaving this live or if you were just what was going on there. So thank you. You're 56 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tracy. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Another December baby. I have no idea how to do Google Docs, Amy. No clue whatsoever. You're having a cold spell coming from the Arctic tonight, -10. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Well, we had one come through here yesterday and it got down into the either low 40s or high 30s last night, but it's not so bad today. It's real overcast and cloudy and it's chilly out there. It's 52, not really all that cold, but put on a sweater and you're fine. Thank you, Amy. When y'all come, maybe you teach me how to do Google Docs, but I don't know. And do you have any interest in seeing the Alamo while you're here? Because I know Kendra and Josh want to. And if y'all do too, maybe we'll just make a big trip downtown. Yeah, I think that's wonderful, Tracy. Happy birthday. Prepper Book Club, welcome. It's good to see you. I'm glad you dropped by. Well, happy birthday to you too, Loretta. That is wonderful news. And you're still a baby. Howie, I'm an orphan, so I escaped the pain of losing parents and grandparents to some degree. I lost my brother and sister. Now I have my three girls and nine grandkids. That's a lot of folks to keep up with, even at that, Howie. Hello, Brett. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Isabel is your 7-year-old granddaughter. Well, good for her. I'm glad she keeps you busy. My grandfather was the light of my world for many years. It all depends on how we're feeling by then. Still kind of rough today. Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. I'm sorry. Yes, the Alamo is cool. There's a lot going on, a lot to see. But some of the other missions are even more interesting. It's just that the Alamo has the history behind it, or the reputation behind it. Happy early blessed birthday to Tracy. Oh, I like the way that. Minus 17 Celsius in Alberta. Holy cow. Susanna, stay inside and stay bundled up. That sounds cold. Brr. I sure hope we can get over this illness soon. I want to go visit. I want you to come visit too, Brett. I really do. And if y'all don't end up feeling well enough to make it for the uh, 29th, come as soon as you feel good and we'll do our room right here. Oh, you went on the boat ride. That is so cool, Michigan. I love to go on that. I learn something different every time I go. And I've lived in San Antonio the majority of my life. So, um, haven't been to the Alamo since high school a very long time ago. You had an experience of leaving your body and you were floating in pure love. I had angels around me, but I knew my mom was there too. She had been murdered by my dad when I was 2. All felt so beautiful. Oh, Tracy, that sounds beautiful. That is wonderful. Mm, pure peace. That sounds truly lovely. And it's comforting to know that your mom was there. That is wonderful. So, Constantine, you're in Moscow. That is a beautiful city I have wanted to see most of my life. Alamo is co-op and would like to go back. Yes, I would love for you to come back over and go back too. Oh, speaking of that, Liv, I ran into um, Daddy Curbs and Luke a couple of days ago. My mind suddenly went blank. I couldn't think for a moment. But yes, I saw them in Blake and Luke in the Walmart. I had not seen them in a very long time. We don't get together like we used to when he was doing his show every week, but I saw him and it was lovely. Oh, I'm glad, Tracy. I really am. My relationship with the Lord is so important to me. The Riverwalk, Lisa, is beautiful. They have done so much to it and they keep doing it. And right now, with all the lights for Christmas, it is absolutely a fairyland. It is stunning. I think so too, Constantine. The pictures I've seen and the history about the city are just amazing. They truly are. I would very much like to see the city. I think the whole country of Russia is fascinating. Prepper Book Club. I want to take a trip over to Texas for the barbecue. Well, we got some good barbecue, Prepper. Ooh, the daytime high is minus 17. Brr. Yes, Liv, they are wonderful people, and I am so glad that I met them and got to spend the time I did with them because they are Angie and Blake are very special people, and all of their kids are wonderful. I agree, Howie. God is great. They're more beautiful in person, Michigan, than they are in the pictures, but it is just gorgeous. And they extended the Riverwalk. About 10 years ago, they redid a lot of it and extended it, and now it's almost twice as long as it used to be. So, continued prayers for Danny. His wife gets to go visit today now that her quarantine is done. First visit since he's been in the hospital. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Amy. Thank you. Can you tell us, is he doing any better? I've been really praying for him and worried about him. So, and you're so funny. Oh, she made more brownies. Well, that ought to make you feel good. At least you can taste the chocolate. Well, I have some Louisiana hot sauce in a bottle in my pantry. So when you come, we'll test your taste buds that way too. I've got a couple of boxes of brownie mix in there. I should make it from scratch, but it's so much easier that way. You made chocolate cookies and you can eat them. Oh, good for you, Howie. That's good news. You still can't smell anything. You know, Brett, my daughter, my oldest daughter, well, actually, both of my daughters had COVID at the same time, and neither one of them have recovered their smell yet. So who knows? Not much improvement, but not worse. Well, at least it's not worse. We'll just keep praying for him and asking the Lord to work out his will. He knows what we want now. We just have to talk him into wanting it too. You still want brownies from the live stream the other night. That they did look good, didn't they? I thought they looked really good, Prepper. You bake with golden monk fruit. Do you know, Allie? I have looked for monk fruit here and I cannot find it, and not anywhere. It's really frustrating because I want to taste monk fruit. I've heard so much about it and it's just not available. Lisa, we're making you hungry. I'm sorry, honey. Oh, can you get any smelling salts that work? That's an idea. Through Walmart online. Maybe I'll try that. You've had it 3 times already. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I thought once you had it, you couldn't get it again. You were then immune. Maybe you got different strains each time. Mm-mm-mm. I am so sorry, Constantine. That's 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 awful. Well, maybe I'll look on. If I can't find it on the Walmart here, Amy, I'll look on Amazon and see if I can get it through them. First time was November of 2020, March of 2021, and September. Wow. I have to try that also. I'd also like some fresh pineapple shipped directly to me also. Oh, I love fresh pineapple, Michigan. I had a friend whose daughter got married in Hawaii and she flew over there and she took with her an empty suitcase. And when she came back, it was full of fresh pineapple. And I got 2 of them and it was wonderful. I love fresh pineapple. Warming back up into the low 70s here for a few days, which is good to help out with the last of the tomatoes. Oh my goodness, how lovely. It may get up to the 50s here, but I don't know. Oh, how awful, Tracy. That's terrible. Ended up in the hospital 2 times. Mm. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're back. Not a big deal, really. You usually get sick like that once a year with the regular flu. Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I can say one good thing, and that is that since I had the chicken pudding fever, as Brett calls it, it has made a huge difference in my IBS. I'm not having nearly the problems with it that I used to have. And I think the deal is that the chicken pudding fever cleaned me out so well. And then I went right back in as soon as I got home from the hospital and started using a really good probiotic that I think it just replenished my good flora in my gut. And now I don't have quite the problems I had. You have to go and visit the grandkids. Peace and love to all mankind. Kate, always a pleasure. If you ever need anything, just ask my friends. Take care, Howie. I'm so glad you came in. I'm so glad. You take care and hug on those grandkids for me. Your black duck was apparently attacked this morning. She's presently in isolation recovery. Who would attack her, Brett? That's too bad. Oh, Pepper, chicken pudding fever. We call it that. Last spring, I went to the Broussards. David and I went together. We had a chicken processing party at their house, and it had rained for days and days before we got there, so there was mud up to everybody's knees. And then the chickens had lived in that mud and done their thing in that mud, and I was not as good about cleaning off my feet as I should have been, and I got some of that through my feet, and it made me sick. And I was in the hospital for a week. But I'm okay. And it, like I said, it did do a good thing. It cleaned out my gut and made things much better. So there are always, if you look for them, silver linings to most of the black clouds that come along. And that one I did. Liv, thank you so much for coming by. You have a wonderful Christmas. And if I see Blake and Angie, I'll tell them you said Merry Christmas as well. Take care. Bye-bye, sweet girl. Same to you, Howie. Have a wonderful Christmas. I know I won't see you before then. Bo, you get to go see them? Huh? I'm so excited. My girls are coming home for Christmas. I haven't seen them for 2 years. Oh, Tracy, that's wonderful. My girls will be here for David's service, so I'll get to see them too. And I haven't seen my youngest daughter in about that long. My older daughter lives here in town, but I haven't seen my youngest one in that while. Since hearing of your chicken pudding fever, use hand sanitizer the minute you step out of the coop. Good idea, Iris. Good idea. I have taken to wearing the blue gloves like you get at the hospital. My sister sent me a box of them for my birthday, and I use them. I also use them when I clean the boys' cages because they are birds too. And although they're cleaner than chickens because I keep their cages real clean, they have to be careful. Seems to have been a predator attack, possibly a hawk. Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry. Lucky's going to be sad if she doesn't make it. Pineapple in Texas, 99 cents. Best we get in Alberta is $3. Yeah, I have seen it as low as 50 cents during the summer, Susanna. It gets really, really cheap here. Dolly Perry, welcome and cyber hugs right back to you, darling. It's wonderful to see you. It is marvelous to see you and send big cyber hugs back. Yeah, I love fresh pineapple. Of course, now the pineapples, Susanna, the pineapples, most of the ones that we get here in Texas are grown in Mexico. So they're not like the ones you get from Hawaii. But I'm thankful heart it's not a problem. Yeah, I have the fingers that don't type so well either. Although I type quickly, I make lots of weird mistakes. And David used to say he read fluent Kate. So it's always mixed up like that. You see pineapple at Aldi's for 99 cents this week, but who knows when it was picked. Well, How to Garden, welcome. It's good to see you. Michigan, if you take your pineapple and take one of the smaller inside leaves and pull gently with your thumb and index finger, if that comes out easily, your pineapple should be fresh enough that it would be fine to eat. If you have to tug a little harder, it's a little older. Apparently, as the pineapple gets older, it loses some of its moisture and shrinks in on itself and makes those a little harder to pull out. But if that's real easy to pull those little ones out, you're fine. And they work well. They're delicious. And I've got 2 quarts of pineapple vinegar on top of my refrigerator that I made from the skin and stuff like that you peel off of them. And I have 7 pineapple plants growing right now from the tops. I cut the top and about this much off and stick it in water and they grow. And they make cool plants. And eventually, I'm hoping I'll get some pineapples. Let me get one and show you. I'll be right back. This one is about 2 years old. It's growing in water, as you can see. Lots of roots down there. I need to get it into some soil. The ones I have outside are all in soil. And they do fine inside and outside. No problem at all. So, and I just keep the water going. I didn't even put toothpicks in it. I had the small mouth pint jars, and I just set it down on top and it grew. And it's wonderful. So you might want to try that. It makes interesting plants, if nothing else. You processed bar fight jam and spicy tomato jam this morning. What is bar fight jam, Susanna? You've grown pineapple tops and then forgot it outside and it froze. Yeah, you do have to bring them in. Thank you, Ellie. I think they're really cool. I enjoy them very much. Sometimes you're so jealous of my climate and then you remember the snakes. Dolly, these things grow inside. I just have a window that faces south in my kitchen, and I just stick everything on a table underneath that window, and they grow. It's very easy. Bright light, no. It's not all that. It's a south-facing window, and I do have a shop light on the ceiling over it that I can turn on. Lake Fairy Prepper, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I need to get one of those full spectrum bulbs to go in it. That would make it much easier to grow, but I don't. Right now, I just have the regular ones in. Do they grow into trees? No, Tracy, they don't. They're individual plants that look similar to what you saw, only they're out of the soil. And when they get ready to fruit, they send a stalk right up through the center, and about this high above the tallest leaf is where the pineapple itself grows. And it starts off as what looks like a little group of flowers. And then as it grows, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it turns into the pineapples that we know. And when they harvest them, they come along and grab the top and chop it off of that stalk. And that's what we eat as pineapples. So that's how it is. You want to hear how that plant does. Start on that one's 2 years old. And I have another one in the window too. And I've got 7 outside that are 3 and 4 years old that just grow in, the little round pots that you get like at Walmart to put hanging plants in. Well, I just dump some dirt in them and stick them down in there, and that's what they do. They grow fine. So I'll keep you updated if you want to know, Joe, because they do fine. I left them out last summer, and they got really dry, but I watered them and they did fine. They greened up right away. So, and I do protect them from the cold because they are, after all, tropical plants. But by protecting them from the cold, what I do is take them in and set them on the shelves in the garage. So, it's not like I cover them up or put them in a heated greenhouse or anything. I just stick them where the frost doesn't land on them, and they do fine. Of course, I have to remember about once a week to open the garage door and water. Excuse me. Water them fairly well and give them a little bit of sunlight. Or I need to put shop lights in there too, but there's no electricity in my garage, so that's kind of hard. But anyway, I just water them once a week or so and give them a little light, and they do fine through the winter. And about probably middle of March, I bring them all back outside and stick them in the front, and they do fine all summer. Just have to remember to water them. The first year I had some, you're right, Amy. The first year I had some, I had 9 of them growing. At that point, I was getting help from the food bank, and we had a person that donated a bunch of pineapples. And I ended up with 9 of them, not the whole pineapples, but several of the ladies that would go with me there cut the tops off and brought them to me. So I had 9, and that winter we had an unexpected cold front when I was at work, and I didn't get home in time to get them in, and they all froze. So it was bad. Danny and Wanda keep pineapple in their greenhouse. That's cool. Bar fight jam, blueberries and blackberries, jalapeno and bourbon. I'd like everything but the jalapenos. I'll take the rest of it though. That sounds good. I've just never heard it called bar fight jam. That's interesting. Hmm. Well, folks, I've been on for almost an hour and 10 minutes. And with my son and daughter coming this coming week, I'm going to need to get this house ready for them. I've just been going through stuff and I've got piles here and piles there and boxes, and I need to do something with it all. So, Amy, if you need a greenhouse, honey, I'll give you one of the two I had here. I got them at Tractor Supply for $40 and they're wonderful. If you want one of them, I'll give it to you when you come. Okay. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you again so much for all of your love and support and friendship. Thank you for showing up here on Sundays. I'm really glad that you do come. Yes, I'm taking it one step at a time, Michigan. I appreciate that. Y'all take care, and remember, when you're out there, if you get to feeling like nobody cares for you, there's somebody here that loves you all very much. Take care, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.